Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I just finished filming a finger licking and page flipping video with no talking, and I thought while I have everything set up like this, I might as well film a soft-spoken rambly one for those who like the talking portion. I tried to elevate the magazines so that you can actually see the page flipping. It's actually very tricky to get the ratio right. I wish I could show you guys how silly everything looks behind the scenes, all the different things I've wedged together. But anyway, let's just get right into it. I'm going to try to keep the conversation a little more general. I want to be really careful when I flip the pages. After I recorded the silent version, I noticed that it's like a loud truck or plane outside. I noticed that while you could hear the finger licking part nice and crisp, which was great, the page flipping, because of the mic being so close, really was loud. So I don't really know how to fix that unless I put the mic in front, which wouldn't work, so never mind. But like I was saying, I'll keep the conversation very general since I thought, oh, let me film this while I'm here. But I posted one of these not too recently with talking, soft speaking specifically. So I probably won't post this for a few weeks. So I don't want my conversation to be out of date. So, what should we all chat about today? Well, it's a very windy day outside. I did not go for a run. I was supposed to. My alarm went off at 6 a.m. because I'm crazy. And I really like running when the sun rises because it feels really special and it's beautiful. And there's very few people outside, which is probably the biggest reason why I do it. But my alarm went off and it just wasn't happening today. So I did a little yoga instead. And after I film this, I might do some dancing, which sounds fancy. It's not. It's basically Zumba. It's these YouTube classes I found online by this woman called Sunny Funny Fitness. Been doing it for a few months now. Mostly practicing this one 15-minute video, which I almost have down. But it's just fun. The music lets you energize, and it's fun, but also challenging, which is how workouts should be. I used to really, now I wouldn't say I love running, but I very much enjoy it. But I used to hate running, but I would just do it because it was like good for me. So I'm happy I could find a nice balance. I mean, all this working out doesn't mean anything because I've just been eating pasta, just like so many carbs, because I wanted to basically buy things that are shelf stable, that can stay on the shelf for a while. I used to go to the store like 3 times a week, to 2 times a week. And I always loved my fridge and my cupboards because I would buy enough ingredients for like 4 or 5 meals, and it was all very fresh. There would be fresh vegetables and greens and fruits, and then after like half a week, the fridge would be empty, and then I'd go to the store and it'd all be fresh. And now I'm really trying to go to the store every 14 days. So yeah, my meals have been whatever is cheapest and most efficient and convenient and most calorically dense. This is not the time to be going on a diet, you know? It's like, let's stay healthy, let's stay strong. So every other day I'm having pasta with tomato sauce, homemade black bean burgers for lunch with pita bread because it lasts longer than sliced whole wheat bread. And then I'll have gnocchi some other days. Just lots of pasta, soba noodles. Let's move to the next magazine. This is more of like a paper page magazine though. That's okay. What else am I eating? In case anyone cares. I'll do soba noodles with like a lime, soy sauce, peanut butter sauce. Then I'll do like a bean and TVP, which is textured vegetable protein, chili. Or I'll just do like rice and barbecue beans with like hash browns. I mean, they're tasty meals. They're simple, wholesome. But it definitely, eating all that pasta constantly and then going for like a run, it doesn't exactly equal out. But I'm just focusing on staying healthy and enjoying myself and, keeping my blood levels, my heart rate up. But I do look forward to the day of eating fresh food, basically. But better to be safe than sorry. I definitely like to avoid the supermarket for sure. So, what else can I talk about that won't be outdated when you see this video weeks later? I hope the sound is still good. There's definitely more noisy trucks. The day I recorded my initial page flipping video, people had commented the sound was good, and I thought so too when I edited it. But today, just all the trucks are out. I'm trying to think what day of the week it is that I'm filming this. I don't know why there'd be a lot of trucks. I should also mention this video might be a little short because my camera is giving me problems again. Hopefully by the time this gets uploaded, I'll have sorted it out. But even though I delete everything off my phone, I have such limited space. Whenever I look at my iPhone storage, it always has like other filled halfway, and it won't tell me what other is. So I don't know what or how to delete stuff from my phone to make more space. I deleted 3 separate apps today just to film because it wasn't letting me film. So at the moment I'm limited to making shorter videos if I want to do it all in one shot, which is what I'm hoping to do with this video. So otherwise, what have I been up to? Just practicing Japanese on Duolingo. Some of you may know that I majored in Japanese studies. There was a loud truck, so I just switched magazines while it drove past. But like I was saying, as some of you know, I majored in Japanese studies in college, but I graduated back in 2009. That's 11 years ago, which is wild. So I'm very out of practice. I've not practiced my Japanese since then. So Duolingo has been a lot of fun. And I don't just like go through the classes. I also write down all the kanji and practice them. And I found a website that shows me the stroke order for the kanji, which if you don't speak Japanese doesn't mean anything to you. So, but that's been nice. I love academia. I actually, before everything happened, I'd been thinking about going back to school because, as many of you know, I love history, especially medieval history. You've seen my medieval role plays. And you've seen me wax poetics about the War of Roses, which I'm obsessed with. But I just love it. I read so many books, historical fiction, straight up historical books, documentaries, etc., about anything from like the 1100s, I guess, to the 1600s. I basically will go a little bit into Elizabethan era, but I mean, I'm still interested in things after that, but like my favorite is basically 1200s to 1500s. Those are like my favorite years. It's mostly England based, but definitely other countries too. I've been very fascinated about that as well, in that area. I've been watching so many documentaries, and there was like someone on the documentary, they were an expert on like medieval armor or something, and I was like, I want that to be my job. Like, that's my ideal job. I would love to be a historian. I think that would be so cool. Working at a museum or somewhere, some kind of, institute. Not necessarily an archaeologist. I wouldn't want to do all the traveling. It would be cool to dig up this stuff myself, but I don't want to deal with that either. I want to do the boring stuff. I want to catalog. I want to do hours of research and making lists and graphs. I can spend all day on Wikipedia just reading entry after entry about like battles and kings and queens and things like that. So anyway, I just thought that might be something to look into, but grad school is expensive. I would go to get like a master's history degree. I have my undergrad, but it's in like arts, I guess, or I don't know what the term is. I did a major in theater and Japanese. If I was studying Japanese history, I might have somewhere to go. And I do think Japanese history is fascinating, but medieval Europe is what like my main focus is, so I'll have to let you all know if anything ever comes of it. Right now, I'm definitely not in a financial position where I can afford any type of grad school. And initially I was going to go for an online grad school, like the least expensive that existed, but even that is far out of my finances currently, so I'll just have to self-educate and dream that one day I will work in a museum or an institute. Institute sounds weird, but you know what I mean, right? Anyway, kind of rambling a little bit. Let's go this way, and then I'll probably cut the video short soon. So, I've also been, when I have some leisure time, there's like a week straight where I just played video games. But once I decided to start filming again, I feel like I got more into work mode. And now I pick like a couple days a week where I'll just film, and then days where I'll edit or I'm coming up with ideas. And then I'm always cleaning the apartment, making lunch, making dinner, working out. So it keeps me actually somewhat busy, which is nice. I'm not just like looking at the clock and being like, what am I supposed to do with myself? Which is good because it's easy for that to happen. But I've always been, like I mentioned a while back, an introvert, and I tend to like being alone. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of blabbing now. Rambling about whatever. But as far as video games go, some of you already know I have a GameCube. And I have beat twice the Lord of the Rings Third Age RPG. I guess it's kind of an RPG game. My husband and I did it on medium, and we beat it on hard. But the other game that I play on that is Harvest Moon Magical Melody. I love Harvest Moon. I'm in my second year now. I'm married. My wife is Lila. She sells flowers. Yeah. I also have Animal Crossing, but I don't like Animal Crossing as much as I like Harvest Moon. Oh yeah, so I'm married to Lila. She's pregnant, which is great. And I have a barn. I have 3 houses. I mine in the winter, and in spring, summer, and autumn, I have crops. It's very fun. But anyway, let me know in the comments if you've been playing video games to pass the time, and if so, which one's your favorite. I'm going to wrap this up before the camera cuts me off. Thank you so much for watching. As you can tell by the color composition, I've become very bright and shiny, which the sun's come up. It's still very windy, and for some reason, cars are being louder than usual, so thank you for listening to it, dealing with it, I guess. And yeah, thanks everyone who watches my videos. I so appreciate the support. This was a bit of a shorter one, but I'll do a longer one soon. Bye, guys.